We start on this Sunday night with breaking news, a devastating update in the case of a missing 17-year-old girl from Fishers. Haley Busby is believed to be dead, and police now have a suspect in custody. For 4 weeks now, there has been an intense search for the teenager, and just within the last hour, Fishers police held a news conference saying with the evidence they have today, Haley will not be coming home. Our Brandon Schaff is live in Fishers tonight. Brandon, what have we learned? Just a heartbreaking development.
Yeah, Jenny, good evening to you. We're standing right outside of the Fishers Police Department where we got that tragic update from city leaders, from law enforcement that Haley Busby, they believe that she's not coming home, that she died. And this is not what they were hoping would be the outcome of this, but we will certainly give you as much information as we know based off of what they told us here in the press conference. We want to show you a picture of the suspect, the person who they believe is responsible for this. This is 39-year-old Tyler Thomas of Ohio. This is someone who they believe is the suspect here. We do not usually name suspects until formal charges are filed by prosecutors, but because we have this is a high-profile nature to this case, and there was the press conference here. We wanted to make sure that people knew exactly who it was that they believe was responsible here. Evidence was collected here and in Ohio, collected in the home and the car that was driven by Thomas here. And this is really a heartbreaking outcome. That's what the different officials said here as well, really reiterating the point that they will do everything that they can to support the family who have been posting constantly online, just trying to get answers and doing everything that they can to try to make sure that they did what they could to try to find Haley ever since she went missing at the beginning of January. The suspect is being held on charges that are unrelated to Haley Busby, and will have a court appearance that is scheduled for February 2nd, so tomorrow, and they do have a reason to believe that Busby was at the suspect's house and at a short-term rental in Ohio. So also, police telling us that they believe that the two met via online gaming, an important detail there, and they believe that Busby encountered the suspect within days of her being reported missing. So that is the update that we have as of right now. We will continue to give you more information as to exactly what is going on. And also the mayor, he spoke as well, talking about this tragic loss.
And I know that her family is devastated currently, and I'm confident that our community will rally in the coming hours, days, and weeks to stand with that family in their grief and share in the burden of mending and healing from this tragic loss.
And that was Fishers Mayor Scott Fadness speaking about the tragic update here at the police department. We'll continue to get you more updates as we get them, and we'll be covering more of this throughout the evening. Jenny, back to you.
All right, Brandon, thank you so much. Again, such a devastating update out of Fishers. Want to kind of give you again a look at those details. So Busby was originally believed to have run away from her home in Fishers January 5th. Police later say she got in the car with somebody, was believed to be in danger. Now, again, police say they believe 39-year-old Tyler Thomas from Ohio was the person who took her. Fishers police say that evidence shows it and say that he admitted to picking her up from her Fishers neighborhood. Again, the two met, as Brandon mentioned, police say through online gaming. Police say they searched his home, his car, and they determined he took her to Ohio, both at his home and at a short-term rental in Hocking County, Ohio, which is in the southern part of the state. His home is in Columbus, Ohio. He is now in custody. He's being held at the Franklin County, Ohio jail without bond. Again, prosecutors have not charged him with Haley's disappearance. He's being held without bond on 2 other felonies, pandering obscenity and tampering with evidence. So major development in this case. Police also saying that they're providing counseling not only to Haley's family, but also they'll provide counseling to students at HSE where she attended as they try and grapple with this loss. We will, of course, share more details with you throughout the night on WTHR.com and here on WTHR Plus. Well, now to a violent morning in Indianapolis. 2 men killed and 2 others injured in a shooting on the city's southeast side. Our Ella Rhodes talked with IMPD about this investigation.
Just before the sun came up, IMPD responded to a call on Barrington Avenue for a shooting. Police say 2 adult male victims died at the scene. Shortly after, IMPD says a man and woman from the same shooting walked into Community East Hospital with gunshot wounds.
A community shattered. 2 families are devastated due to this. All because of someone's irresponsible decision to handle this conflict with a firearm.
IMPD Lieutenant Dooley says earlier in the week, IMPD came out for calls in this neighborhood, but none as violent as this shooting. As investigators work to put the pieces together, IMPD hopes the community can help.
That 10 seconds of video, that one piece of evidence, that one statement may be enough to bring some justice to the families and help bring this to closure.
Justice and closure. Exactly what Deja Oliver and her family want to see. Oliver says her 21-year-old cousin died in the shooting.
I dropped to my knees. I felt weak. I felt like I had to throw up because I just couldn't believe it.
She remembers her cousin as a caring person.
That he was a loving father. He was a nice person. He'd give anybody anything off his back.
Oliver says her cousin didn't live in this neighborhood.
A quiet person, never bothered anybody.
Now, 2 families and the police both searching for answers. In Indianapolis, Ella Rhodes, 13 News.
IMPD tells us the 2 people who walked into the hospital with gunshot wounds are stable. Again, police tonight are still trying to determine exactly what led to the gunfire. Right now, Metro Police also investigating a deadly shooting on the city's north side. This happened just before 2:30 a.m. at 62nd and Meridian Street West Drive. Officers say the drivers of a car and an SUV were involved in some sort of disturbance and crash. One of the vehicles had a person shot inside. That person later died at the hospital. The other person injured is said to be stable. So far, no suspects in this shooting. Anyone with information, though, should call IMPD. A serious crash on 465 this morning involved a Wayne Township fire truck. So take a look here. The department shared these photos from the scene. You can see the cars crumpled and damaged on the side of the highway. Firefighters were responding to the 2-car crash on the interstate near West 21st Street. And as crews were transporting one of the victims, a 3rd vehicle crashed into the back of the fire engine. No firefighters hurt, thankfully, but the driver in that 3rd vehicle was taken to the hospital. All right, it's 6:08. Want to get you updated on the forecast. The piles of snow are not melting yet, although, no. Rob, I must say, I saw a slight decrease. It melted like this
a little
much.
bit. I saw some puddles out there, which it is good to finally melt some of that.
And we had sunshine.
We had sunshine. It makes such a difference,
yeah.
doesn't it? Temperatures felt very nice. It's going to be the warmest night we've seen in 10 days.
Wow. Although that's not saying
that's
much, right?
not going to say very much. let me get to the punchline here of that joke, because temperatures are currently into the 20s. It is still very cold. It is still much colder than average for this time of year. And yes, I do think we will see our temperatures warm up a little bit over the next 24 hours. What we're seeing right now, those temperatures are expected to drop. Now, I think our low temperature is actually going to occur sometime right around midnight. We may actually get this south wind to kick in and help to warm us up. Likely by morning, we're going to be even warmer than what we're expecting. Our morning low temperature, 10 is our expected low temperature. But yes, believe it or not, that is the warmest temperature we've seen overnight since the 22nd. Every morning since then has either been single digits or below 0. So this is a bit of a trend. We are watching that trend, the average high and low, 37 and 21. We won't be close to that for the high, but we are going to be back into the 30s. I'll talk about how many more 30s we could see and a chance for snow in the forecast coming up.
See you in a few minutes. Rob, thank you. Happening today, a church gathering to stand in solidarity over concerns about immigration enforcement. We've seen protests happening all around the country, including here in Indy, pushing back against ICE tactics. The meeting today was hosted by Northview Church of the Brethren on East 46th Street. Organizers say they wanted to give people a place to learn, ask questions, and find ways to support others. They tell us it's all about finding peaceful ways to take action.
But a lot of people are looking for a way to channel their anger into something positive. When I see a masked federal agent snatching a child out of their school, I want to find a loving way to say, hey, we don't do that. I want to love that child, but I also want that agent to take the mask off, to see the world around them and say, this is not who I am either, right? And everyone has to find their own way of living God's love out in the world.
This event also featured stories from people who say they've been personally affected by ICE operations. Still ahead tonight, new updates on tensions between the U.S. and Iran, what the president said today about the possibility of military strikes.